Siyabonga Ngubane has two passions, one for football and one for taking to the streets on the fastest piece of machinery he can find on two wheels. So we asked Honda to help Siya satisfy his need for speed, if only for a day.
Honestly, I think I am a speed freak, but that's not the reason why I got it. Motorbikes is kind of a childhood fantasy, and I've been privileged enough to turn that fantasy into a reality. It's always something I've loved since growing up. With the motorbike, you feel free and you can survey your surroundings and actually feel the wind on your face.
I love the independence. Bikes are the future. Firstly, they are cost effective and they're the quickest means of getting from point A to point B.
Siya got to test drive Honda's new high-tech automatic, the VFR 1200cc, en route to the Honda Training Academy in Artis.
I think it's a great bike, I have to be honest. For 1200cc, it was very light, good with handling as well. So I thought it was going to be heavy, but it was the complete opposite of my expectations of it.
Talking of expectations, we took Siya out of his on-road comfort zone and into the bush for a little off-road action. But we did give him training wheels, so to speak.
The biggest difference between road biking and off-road biking is off-road biking will stand much more, and of course your weight is opposite than what you'll do with on-road riding. What we started to see is just showing how you stand on the bike, where must your weight be, where you must look at, your controls, how you hold your controls, and then of course how loose you must be. You mustn't be stiff on the bike, nice and relaxed.
It's two completely different worlds, all from the throttle, the leaning, and the actual handling of the bike. It feels different. On the on-road, when you're turning, you normally lean to the side where you're turning to. But with the off-road, you have to do it in the opposite direction. And it's also a bit tricky with the throttle and the clutch. But once you get a hang of those three concepts, then you should be good to go.
Well, good to go is a relative thing. It appears that in off-road, trees tend to jump in front of your path. Hey, Siya.
We call that target fixation, where people will look at a certain object, they look at it like, oh hell, I'm hitting the tree, and they hit the tree because they look at the target. And that's the one thing that we try and get away from off-road riding. Don't look at the target, look where you want to go.
The instructor was emphasizing the fact that I must keep my head up. And in life, I think as well, you face a lot of obstacles, but you just need to remember to keep your head up and focus on the objective at the end of the day.
Next objective, obstacle course.
Being in the industry that I am, we use our legs most of the time, so you wouldn't want to fall off and break a leg because we have to take into consideration that you might fall off and it can affect your career. That's why when we go on things like this, we have to take it a bit slowly, you know.
Well, the problem that people experience with off-road is they try and hold on to the bike too much because they get scared. They want to stay on the bike. We have to be loose in off-road riding. They're afraid of falling, they're afraid of the accidental side.
It all goes back to keeping the head up. I kind of concentrated too much on the two poles. I was too worried about the tire hitting the two poles, but in the end, I forgot about looking down and actually focused forward. And it was a matter of balancing my weight in the right proportions, and then I was good after that.
Siya's had to overcome another obstacle recently, that of injury. Getting over that requires a focus of a different kind.
It's very frustrating to get an injury. You need to get the proper treatment. You just have to keep believing in yourself and keep mentally strong and believe that you'll come back soon, because it's better to have positive thoughts. That will help with the healing process a lot quicker than to be negative and be all dull. So you must always get the best out of the situation.
So, experts, how did Mr. Ngubane do?
For a first timer on off-road, exceptional.
So he absolutely amazed me. I didn't think him to snap it that easily since he's an on-road driver, but he got it quickly. He learned it's probably just the soccer side, probably the hand and eye coordination, he snapped it immediately.
It always helps to just take your mind off football. I think it's healthy, you know, get another lease on life. It's always a good idea to try something new, and who knows, if you enjoy it, you can always come back and try it after the footballing career. My day has been fantastic. I would recommend it to anybody out there who's willing to try something new and exciting and fun.
On that note, Siya has indicated to us that he wants to try deep-sea diving next. He just needs to convince one or two of his teammates to come along. Good luck with that, Siya.